About noon, I stopped at the captain's door with some cooling drinks and medicines.
Jim, you're the only one here that's worth anything. And you know, I've always been good to you. Never a month, but I've given you a silver fourpenny for yourself. But now, you see, mate, I'm pretty low, deserted by all, and Jim, you'll bring me one noggin of rum now, won't you, matey?
But the doctor...
Doctors is all swabs, and that doctor there, why, what do he know about seafaring men? I been in places hot as pitch, and mates dropping round with Yellow Jack, and the blessed land a heaving like the sea with earthquakes. What do the doctor know of lands like that? And I lived on rum, I tell you. It's been meat and drink and man and wife to me, and I'm not to have my rum now. I'm a poor old hulk on a lee shore. My blood'll be on you, Jim, and that doctor swab. Look, Jim, how my fingers fidget. I can't keep 'em still, not I. I'll give you a golden guinea for a noggin, Jim.
I want none of your money, but what you owe my father. I'll get you one glass, and no more.
Oh. Aye. That's some better, sure enough. And now, matey, did that doctor say how long I was to lie here in this old berth?
A week at least.
Thunder! A week! I can't do that. They'd have the black spot on me by then. The lubbers is going about to get the wind of me this blessed moment. Lubbers as couldn't keep what they got and want to nail what is another's. Is that seamanly behaviour now, I want to know? But I'm a savin' soul. I never wasted good money of mine, nor lost it neither, and I'll trick 'em again. I'm not afraid on 'em. I'll shake out another reef, matey, and daddle 'em again. That doctor's done me. My ears is singing. Lay me back. Jim, you saw that seafaring man today?
Black Dog?
Black Dog. He's a bad un. There's worse that put him on. Now, if I can't get away nohow, and they tip me the black spot, mind you, it's my old sea chest they're after. You get on a horse. You can't you? Well then, you get on a horse and go to... yes, I will, to that eternal Dr. Swab, and tell him to pipe all hands, magistrates and sich, and he'll lay 'em aboard at the Admiral Benbow. All old Flint's crew, man and boy, all 'em that's left. I was first mate, I was, old Flint's first mate, and I'm the only one that knows the place. He gave it me at Savannah, when he lay a-dying. But you won't peach unless they get the black spot on me, or unless you see that Black Dog again, or a seafaring man with one leg. Jim, him above all.
But what is the black spot, Captain?
That's a summons, mate. I'll tell you if they get that. But you keep your weather eye open, Jim, and I'll share with you equals, upon my honor. What's that there, boy?
It's the drug the doctor wanted you to take, Captain.
If ever a seaman wanted drugs, it's me.
What I should have done had all gone well, I do not know. Probably I should have told the whole story to the doctor, for I was in mortal fear lest the captain should repent of his confessions and make an end of me. But as things fell out, my poor father died quite suddenly that evening, which put all other matters on one side. Our natural distress, the visits of the neighbours, the arranging of the funeral, and all the work of the inn to be carried on in the meanwhile kept me so busy that I had scarcely time to think of the captain. I have said that the captain was weak, and indeed he seemed rather to grow weaker than regain his strength. He had an alarming way now when he was drunk of drawing his cutlass and laying it bare before him on the table. So things passed until the day after the funeral, and about 3 o'clock of a bitter, foggy, frosty afternoon. I was standing at the door for a moment, full of sad thoughts about my father, when I saw someone drawing slowly near along the road.
Will any kind friend inform a poor blind man who has lost his precious sight of his eyes in the gracious defence of his native country, England, and God bless King George, where or in what part of this country he may now be?
You are at the Admiral Benbow, Black Hill Cove, my good man.
I hear a voice, a young voice. Will you give me your hand, my kind young friend, and lead me in? Now, boy, take me to the captain.
Sir, upon my word, I dare not!
That's it. Take me in straight, or I'll break your arm.
Sir, it is for yourself, I mean. The captain is not what he used to be. He sits with a drawn cutlass. Another gentleman was...
Come now, march. Lead me straight up to him, and when I'm in view, cry out, "Here's a friend for you, Bill." If you don't, I'll do this.
Here's a friend for you, Bill.
Now, Bill, sit where you are. If I can't see, I can't hear a finger stirring. Business is business. Hold out your left hand. Boy, take his left hand by the wrist and bring it near my right. And now that's done. $10, 6 hours. We'll do them yet.
Captain? Captain! Mother! Come quick! The captain's hurt! It is a curious thing to understand, for I had certainly never liked the man, though of late I had begun to pity him. It was the second death I had known, and the sorrow of the first was still fresh in my heart. I lost no time, of course, in telling my mother all that I knew, and perhaps should have told her long before, and we saw ourselves at once in a difficult and dangerous position. Some of the man's money, if he had any, was certainly due to us, but it was not likely that our captain's shipmates, above all the 2 specimens seen by me, Black Dog and the Blind Beggar, would be inclined to give up their booty in payment of the dead man's debts. The captain's order to mount at once and ride for Dr. Livesey would have left my mother alone and unprotected, which was not to be thought of. The men who took the captain away left what was in the captain's pockets with us. The contents amounted to a few small coins, a thimble, some thread and big needles, a piece of pigtail tobacco bitten away at the end, his gully with a crooked handle, a pocket compass, a tinderbox, and a small key with a tarried piece of string. Something must be speedily resolved upon, and it occurred to us at last to go forth together and seek help in the neighboring hamlet. But it turned out our adventure was in vain. You would have thought that the men would have been ashamed of themselves. No soul would consent to return with us to the Admiral Benbow. The name of Captain Flint, though it was strange to me, was well enough known to some there, and obviously carried a great weight of terror. And the short of the long of the matter was that while we could get several who were willing enough to ride to Dr. Livesey's, which lay in another direction, not one would help us defend the inn. So we returned alone. We slipped along the hedges, noiseless and swift, nor did we see or hear anything to increase our terrors, till, to our relief, the door of the Admiral Benbow had closed behind us.
Draw down the blind, Jim. They might come and watch outside. Now, Jim, fetch the key. Let's open the chest.
It was like any other seaman's chest on the outside. The initial B burned on the top of it with a hot iron, and the corners somewhat smashed and broken as by long, rough usage.
Give me the key.
Clothes?
They look like they've never been worn. A little bar of silver, a watch, Pistols. Tobacco. Ah. I'll show these rogues that I'm an honest woman. I'll have my dues, and not a farthing over. Hold the bag, Jim.
Shh! Ma! Mother, take the whole thing and let's be going!
No, Jim. I know my rights, and I will have them. I won't take more than our due, but I will take our due. I'll take what I have.
And I'll take this to square the count.
My dear, take the money and run on. I'm going to faint.
Oh, don't say that, Mother! I'm not leaving you! Now come on! Just a little further.